Remember I said you have to be a principled person, right? You have to live a principled life. So that means there are certain things that you're expressing to her, right? And you're saying to her, listen, there's a few things that I need for you to pay attention to. And maybe you haven't had to pay attention to those things in whatever relationships you've had before, but it's important for me for you to pay attention to these things here. When we're having a conversation and you raise your voice like that, that's a problem to me, right? Because I don't want to be going back and forth to you. I want you to maintain the level of respect for me, and I'm going to maintain the level of respect for you. So I'm going to ask you, when you're talking to me or you get upset about something, don't raise your voice, because I think that's incredibly disrespectful. So say you guys with each other for 4 or 5 months and she raised her voice a few more times. You come back again. Now listen, baby, I already explained to you, that raising your voice is not going to get you anywhere with me. That's going to be a problem. And I'm asking you to check that. And say you do that several more times. And then you let her know, listen, now I've asked you plenty of times about this. And I know that you understand how important this is to me. So I tell you what, since you couldn't care about me because I've come to you with this tone over and over again and explained to you that this is very problematic. So what's going to end up happening now is me and you probably going to have to go our own ways, because I see you don't respect what I'm trying to give you, And I got to let you understand how important what I'm saying to you is. And if I don't do nothing now, you put me in the corner, then I'm just a mark or something. So you forced me to make a move because I've already talked to you about this 5, 6 times. So now you forcing me to have to make a move. I don't want to, but because you are overlooking the things that I've tried to come talk to you about, you forcing me to make this move. Me and you ain't going to be able to be together. That's way more powerful than you just raising your voice, because that's letting this broad know how serious you are about your principles, so that when the next situation comes up, she ain't going to even want to entertain no arguing. That's why Dove don't argue with me, because that's how I am with her. Since you don't get this, and since I've talked to you and I give a person over and over and over again, so I can have all that evidence. When I bring it to her, I got all this mountain of evidence to put pressure on her, to explain to her, you're forcing me to make a move, because she knows that you've talked to her a bunch of times about it, right? So now you got this mountain of evidence for the pressure. So now when you say now, you are actually forcing me, because if I don't make no move now, you're going to think I'm a punk. No, I don't. Oh, no, you can't help but think I'm a punk. So now you're forcing me to have to go my own way, because I know you couldn't respect me and you couldn't love me the way you say you do, because I've come to you a bunch of times and it didn't seem to matter to you. So when you make that move and you start going in this other direction, when the bra see how serious you are, she ain't gonna never give you them kind of problems no more. And then what you do, you squash arguing altogether, because you're resolved in what you said to her. You're actually willing to dissolve the relationship under principle, not on no anger shit, but under principle. You making a principle move, and you making it and you teaching the broad at the same time how important principle is.